Come on, switch camera. All right, I see you. You give me a...
Testing?
Yeah, give me a sec. Come on, switch camera. All right, I see you.
Testing? Testing?
All right, I think we are up and running.
Okay. What?
Let me get the volume off on this one.
Can I hold this?
No, hold on. I want it right back. So yeah, that's my younger son. So say hi to Real Chief. Real Chief 74 is on. He is who I did the live stream on Instagram with. So. All right. Okay. That. Oh, you want? No. How about you? You want? You're gonna hold this?
Yeah.
All right.
Well.
Don't drop it.
I won't.
All right. Let's give it. How many more? I don't know how many people we're actually gonna get.
He says, "Lol, how you guys doing?" Good.
You hear us? Okay.
Do you hear us?
What do you say?
Do you hear us?
You just have to talk, Parker. I use these in the videos, right, that I make? So.
He's probably...
All right, let's give it a minute and see if anybody else joins. Yeah. If not, we'll go ahead and just get her started. Oh, let me turn this thing on. Or is this too much?
I don't know.
Oh, that's off. Yeah. Is it too much light if I do that because it's bright outside?
It's not very bright outside. Is
that better? Is that too much?
Yeah.
Doesn't really do anything, does
it? I'm trying to watch the stream right now. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good?
Nice job with those 2 videos that you posted. All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So I did a whole video on revealing the work we started in Christmas break, right after Christmas. I started tearing down the old elevated loop, and I did a whole video about what it looks like now and like a final reveal of it, and I hated it. Yeah. So I haven't put it out yet. I want to reshoot the whole thing, but we figured he's been dying to do a live stream, so we figured this is what we would do. Why don't you get your water bottle out of the way? Yeah. But this is how it came out. We took down... you want to take a drink?
Yeah.
Let's see. Have we have anybody? All right, we got a couple people on. We took down our original elevated loop, which was 027 tube track that was just on the post-war trestles. And we had it kind of in an oblong shape going around the front of the town, then off over the back track and down and around again, so that it could kind of, give a nice loop. But the challenge was, first of all, it was 027, so I couldn't run a lot of different engines on there. And second of all, I had clearance problems with the tunnel in the back. I measured when I built everything off of the post-war trestles, and they weren't high enough to get much of our rolling stock underneath. So I had 2 boxcars, I think, that actually couldn't get through the tunnel, and a couple of things that just made it underneath. So I wanted to raise everything up a little bit. And I originally bought Lionel Fast Track trestles, and I was going to do everything with 036 Fast Track. And, after buying the trestles, I bought 2 boxes of them off of Amazon on Amazon Prime Day, and setting up like a little test loop on it. I just hated the way the Fast Track looked on the elevated loop. So I decided to take a different approach. And what we did was we took the post-war trestles and I cut little blocks of wood and put the post-war trestles up on blocks of wood. And then I made a road bed of, I think this is probably like 1/8 plywood with cork bed, and then Gargraves track with 042 turns. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
So now we can run any engine on the upper loop.
basically engine.
Well,
It's 042, so I don't think.
I don't know about the Trump engine.
Yeah, that might not run.
Yeah,
And
the Challenger definitely runs.
the Challenger runs. I tried that last night.
But
so.
the Trump engine is smaller, so
I don't. Well, I don't know if it'll make the turns, but we'll have to see,
Yeah.
or if it'll look funny, right? So
Yeah, it might
that's
look
it.
funny.
But this was my first time using Gargraves track. So we have fast track on a couple of the other loops.
3 people watching.
And then, hey, how you guys doing? Just talking about the work we did on our new elevated line here. So we have fast track on the outer loop and on the small loop over here, and on the outer loop on the bottom table. And then I have tube track, old Lionel tube track on the inner loop here, and on the inner loop on the bottom table. And then this was the first time I used Gargraves track, and it's really cool. I kind of am already thinking about how do I replace the rest of my fast track with it. The only downside that I've discovered so far is post-war engines. I was running my Santa Fe up here the other day, and it's literally not that big of a deal. But on startup, like you kind of get a little bit of wheel spin, and then once it kind of catches and goes, you slow the engine down, you get it, get it at the right speed. It has no problem pulling on that track. It just the magnet traction isn't that effective on it. I'm trying to remember if I went with the stainless steel. I think is what I used. I think I went with the stainless steel Gargraves track. But I even had to cut some pieces, and I just used the Dremel and cut it, and that wasn't a problem at all. I bought the clips that Gargraves makes to wire it in. So there's a pair here and a pair on the other side that you just press into the track, and then it's just like a Lionel clip-on. You just slide the wire you need in there. And the reason I did that was just because with the wood roadbed and the cork roadbed underneath, I didn't want to play around with trying to drill holes up underneath and solder the wires in the right spots under it. When I cut
8 likes.
8 likes, all right. When I cut the plywood roadbed for the upper loop, my goal was to cut it in as few pieces as possible. So it's actually only 4 pieces. It's from the top of each section of the bridge tunnel in the back there. It comes basically all the way around, big curves. The front here is one long big piece, and then there's just a short section over there on the far end of the table that I just cut to kind of fill a gap. But the idea was I wanted to, make it as sturdy as possible and not cut it up and not drill a lot of holes in it. So that's why I decided to go with those clips from Gargraves to hook up the wires. But it came out fantastic. It is very silent, so I was worried about noise. So with the old post-war track, it was noisy, as you can imagine, and I had put some foam and stuff under it, under the trestles and things to keep the noise down. But I was nervous that it would be too loud with the Gargraves track. But I think with the cork bed and the Gargraves track, it's roughly the same sound level when you're running post-war. But being that I can run command up here now, I can run it much slower. And the noise level is fantastic. Like you can have a whole conversation.
5
In
views.
fact, let's get the Challenger moving up there, huh?
We have 5
That's
views.
4, right?
5.
All right,
views.
cool. Welcome, guys. Thanks for jumping in. Say hello. This is my younger son. My older son said he would join us later. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, me neither. Probably joining us later. I mean, as we
Teenagers.
should.
All right, let's see. All right, I turned off the smoke engine. The smoke stuff. I gotta close the door on that boxcar. But yeah, so this is 042 now. So this is a Lion Master Challenger that's coming around. And this is able to obviously go to 031. Minimum curve 031. I don't know that I'd ever push it that far.
When the door comes, stop it. I'll
You
close
need
it.
to talk into the mic like that.
I don't know. Here.
It's on I think it's on the inside of the second orange car. Just kind of reach over. Yeah, hold on. Let me do it.
Oh.
You got it?
This
Get
one?
it shut?
This one?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
You even got to flip the
All right, we're back and running.
Yeah, the little
6 views.
the you guys probably have the same problem. The doors to the box cars always pop open.
Can you help me?
Oh, here, give me this.
Oh, we got 6 views.
Welcome, guys.
2 people just left.
Oh man,
Come
bummer.
on, why are you leaving us, guys? Why are you leaving us?
That's all right. Figured it was a long shot that people would join us anyway.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this table is, for those guys who don't know, this table is only 12 feet by like 4.5, 5. It's less than 5 feet, it's about 4.5 feet. I just have a little bit added to the front here. So it's not a huge elevated
Someone
loop.
join.
All right, we're back. Not a huge elevated loop, but it really adds to the table. It was funny after, taking the old loop down after Christmas, and it took us about 3 months to get this one built and put up here. During that time, you realize like the table looked kind of naked, interestingly enough. But by the way, great opportunity though. While I had it ripped apart, I took everything off the table and like took a vacuum to it and cleaned all the dust off. It was amazing. I probably have not done that since I built the table when did we have the basement done?
17?
17 or 16, somewhere in that range.
16.
Yeah. So it was probably, a number of years, 5, 6, 7 years since it's been cleaned. That much dust. When I pulled it off, all right, this is painted green. I don't have any ground cover on it or anything like that. It really brought it back to life. It was pretty dusty. So it was nice to get that cleaned up.
I was trying to think about when we got the basement finished, but I ended up thinking, but then I started thinking about we had it finished again.
Yeah.
Because water got in, right?
Because water got in, yeah. So it was finished and then had to be redone.
And that's when we got the Switch.
Okay. Now you immediately jump into video games?
Yeah. Now I'm going into a whole other topic. We're watching.
Nice. So how about this? Here's a question for you. What did you order from the Lionel catalog in January?
Lionel.
Did you order me anything? What did you want? I should have brought the catalog down with me. I should have brought the catalog
What was it? Hiawatha.
Oh, yeah, but the Hiawatha wasn't in the catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you saw RBP bought that for his daughter for Christmas.
I was looking in the catalog. I thought I saw something.
You didn't see a Hiawatha, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I didn't see Hiawatha.
That would be interesting if they ever came back out with a Hiawatha. I think you'd be interested in that one. I am waiting for them to redo the...
Polar Express?
Well, yeah. If there's a Legacy Polar Express, sign me up for that. But I'm thinking more about the... what's the Commodore Vanderbilt Hudson. So we have we have the pink MTH one. But I would love to get that.
One up there?
No, the pink one.
Pink one.
The pink engine up there.
Oh.
That's a Commodore Vanderbilt Hudson. Streamline Hudson. If they came out with a legacy of that, I'm going to buy that again. They have a they have a TMCC version of it, but I haven't jumped on that one. So yeah, those two, the Hiawatha, the Commodore Vanderbilt, and the Blue Comet Camelback legacy engine that Lionel did a couple years ago. Those three are the 3 engines I want to add to my collection.
Should we get this?
That's why I'm heading to York next October to try to find that Blue Comet Camelback, because I have not been able to find it.
Should we get this engine moving?
Let me get that one. Let me turn the sound down so that we don't hear.
Can I do it?
Oh. It's all here. What are you doing?
Oh, can I do it?
No, I'll do it.
Why?
Because.
I want to do it.
Hold on. Let me turn sound down on these things. 39. We're not blasted out by sound every time they come by.
Yeah. Can I do the next engine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Get it moving.
Yeah, so these MTH passenger cars, I did a couple videos or a video about these before the holidays. The end of last year, I got them. My wife got them for me for my birthday. But I just added, my mother-in-law bought me little seated figures, and I added them in a couple weeks ago. And it's fantastic. They look great. The only thing I have to do still is the diner car. Here, you want to jump up again?
Yep. 6 views.
And I'm going to buy more figures, but I have to basically cut everything from like the waist down off of those figures to sit them in the dining car, because the chairs are right up against the table. There's no room for legs or anything like that. So I figure that's a project for another day. I got to order the people still. Who are you writing to?
Just add it in the comment.
Just adding to the comments? Good.
See how they're
Is your
doing.
brother one of those people watching? We should see. He's probably watching from upstairs.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can pick up the little people in here. Like I said, there's actually on my community page on YouTube, there's pictures of close-ups of this. And the dining car there just needs to have some more people added to it. And it really looks great, and the observation car. And I had talked about that observation car when I got it in the video when I unboxed it. And somebody, I don't remember who it was, dropped a hint about, and I cannot remember the name of the hobby shop, but that they sell kits to convert the lights on the side and the back there into actual lights. Right now, they're just pieces of translucent plastic. So I'm going to probably attempt that at some point if I get around to that someday. But right now, I got too many other small projects going on here. I got to do. You'll see some signals are laying on their sides. I got to, because we expanded the table and put the new track in. I had to move some of the signals. So I have crossing signals there. I have to put crossing signals in here and some crossing signals back there. Still have to get done. So,
I'm trying to see.
any comments or questions or anything like that?
No, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can figure out who's.
No questions in the comments. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the comments or anything. He's keeping an eye for me, and he'll let me know if anything comes up. So, what did we order? Do you even remember what we ordered from the catalog in January?
Yorktown, not Yorktown.
No.
New York Central Pacemaker. No.
Oh, all right. So let's talk about that. Yeah, that was not Lionel. That was not Lionel.
Oh, so.
Go ahead.
In
you tell the story, and then I'll correct the story.
Or February, I think was it MTH the engine?
Mm-hmm.
We got an MT. We ordered. Or pre-ordered the MTH New York Central Pacemaker engine, and it's coming in, I believe, June 20.
Yeah. I mean, they say the end of June, but I don't. All right, so I'm sure everybody remembers Lionel came out with a Mohawk L2A pacemaker. Red pacemaker engine a couple years ago. I want to say it was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I did not order that. And it was right when I was getting like really serious and back into the hobby, and decided to actually buy new engines as opposed to just run the post-war stuff I had. And I was like, oh, my table's only 036. I only want to probably go up to 048. And that engine needs a minimum 054. So I didn't order it. And when I saw it, for
we
sale.
Got a new comment.
Let me finish this story first. And then when I saw it for sale on the aftermarket a couple times, I didn't buy it. And then I read a post on the OGR forum where a guy was talking about he was running that engine on 036. Now I'm guaranteeing he was running it really slow because I don't know how he was doing that without it derailing, but made me kind of kick myself for not getting it. So in January, MTH and Train World announced, and you guys may have seen it on Train World's recent MTH show, they announced a red pacemaker Hudson. I don't remember what it was now. It was a J something. I don't remember the model number exactly. Hudson, that it was from MTH, very similar to the one that Lionel put out. So I did jump on ordering that. I only have one other MTH engine, the pink Breskedser engine. And I used a little remote commander to actually run my MTH stuff. So I might have to invest in an actual DCS system now to run that engine when it comes. But it is supposed to come in June. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be really cool. Just a comment, a question?
Okay, so 2 things.
Go ahead.
10 likes.
10 likes, nice.
And
all right, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Hold on, Don. We really appreciate it. Honestly, I had no idea that even 10 people would show up. like
7 people watching.
7 people watch. So I'm guessing then a few people have jumped in and out or just
Yeah.
liked it without actually being on. But really appreciate it. If you guys haven't, please subscribe to the channel. We try to put out a video about once a week. We haven't been very good at it, but we're hopefully going to get back on it
Turn
now.
your comments too.
All right, hold on. And now I lost my train of thought. No pun intended on that one.
Alright,
Oh, go ahead. What do you got for me?
we had 2 comments. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. And that is it Dane the Benedict?
Wait, which one? Yeah, Diane. Diane.
And Sam's Trains, they said it looks good, and he also said, can you show me more of the layout?
Oh, all right. Yeah. All right. Wait, those are all the comments then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 11 likes.
Yeah, let's give it a couple more minutes, and then maybe we'll do a little bit closer view of some of the parts of the layout.
Yeah.
We did do a video a while back now with a layout. So I did 2 videos, or 2 or 3 videos. I think I did a layout history. I've done a layout update when we added the 048 curves at the other end of the table. And they did a video for Country Bunkers Trains a couple of years ago during Christmas, had a contest where he was giving away a boxcar if you entered, sent a 3-minute video about your layout and how you got into trains. So that's also like one of the first videos on my channel. I uploaded that, so that gives us a little history and a look at our layout here. But it is approximately 12 by 4.5 feet. It does stick out a little bit on the far corner a little bit as I have a siding heading out. Hopefully someday I'll extend that out to the far end of the basement to put a yard down there so that so we have a place to store some trains as opposed to constantly taking them on and off the table. We have 4 loops on this upper table. There's this 048 outer track of fast track. The Galgraves is 042 on the elevated loop. Inside's 027 tube track. And then I have an 036 loop over here behind me. And then, believe it or not, I don't know if is it visible on the camera, the table down, the bottom table?
What?
The Christmas table, is it visible?
A little bit.
Yes, down underneath. What I actually did was I built another layout underneath the table. It's 4x6 layout, an 036 fast track loop on the outside, 027 tube track on the inside, and that's a Christmas layout. So the Polar Express runs down there, and I basically always run my father's steam engine on the inner loop down there. Switch it out every once in a while to do something different.
8 watching.
All right, we're up to 8. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining in. Just having some fun. We figure we started about 6:30. We'll probably go to about 7:30 or so is the plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, just talking about like what we did to the table, put this new elevated line in, replacing an old one. Got a couple of trains running here, and I know there was a request to go over the layout a little further. So we'll pick you guys off the stand maybe in a few minutes and walk you guys around.
What do you think? Should we get this engine started up?
You want to do that one?
All right.
Hold on. Let me get you the remote. Why did you get down? I was going to give it to you.
I'm putting the thing down.
All right. Track 2 and give it some power. So track 2, aux. No, you got to hit track 2.
I hit 2.
Track 2, aux. Give it some power. Then engine.
Wait, it already has power?
Yeah, now it has power. So go engine. 26. 26. 2, 6, aux. 3 to start up the engine. And then you can give it a little bit of power. Go ahead. That's good. Don't make it go, oh, we lost the caboose. That's okay. Whoop, we derailed.
Derailed.
All right, we got a derailment on that track. How about we just leave it?
All right.
Because I don't know what popped off.
Yeah, we can't get back there.
Yeah, just leave it. All right. Well, it wouldn't be a live stream without a train derailing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have problems with this this Lionel Lions caboose that I picked up. Is that showing on this camera there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, problems with this caboose. It's really heavy, and its wheels, no matter how much I oil them, do not roll that great. And what I've noticed is when you get a car like these hoppers from Menards, this is so heavy that it actually pops the coupler open on the hopper and leaves the caboose behind. That did not cause our derailment. The derailment was caused by something else. It looks like the engine probably just popped off the track back there. That's probably my fault. I probably didn't have the wheels on right when I put it on the track before. But yeah, I love that 120 years Lionel lines. There was a engine of the engine of the year was this gorgeous blue and orange engine, and that's the caboose that went with it. I did not buy the engine. I just bought the caboose online. So, but it was really cool. What are you writing in there?
Trying to find.
So my tech guru is interacting with all the fans.
Trying to find thumbs up.
Uh,
Can I find it?
So if you guys aren't familiar, if you watch some of my videos and he's not always audible, but you hear me talking to somebody behind the camera. This is my director. When I do a lot of my videos, he's behind the camera, giving me all sorts of hand signals, and sometimes asking random questions or saying random things from behind the camera. Keeps it entertaining, that's for sure. And then every once in a while, my older son, who's upstairs now, we'll jump in and say something.
Like and subscribe.
So Rail Chief 74 and I did a live stream. I guess it was about a month and a half, 2 months ago, on Instagram, and I learned a valuable lesson that night.
Mine watching.
I don't know if is Rail Chief still on. I'm not sure if he's still on. But
Chief still on.
yeah, when I was running the trains that night, he and I were on for, I don't know, we were probably going for an hour and a half, and I had the Challenger and the New York Central running, and I think this is the Union Pacific as well, and had the smoke units running. And by the end, the Challenger basically gave out and stopped running because it overheated. And the same thing, I think, with the New York Central, it kind of stopped. It was hesitating and stuff. And I've learned that you have to turn the smoke units off when you're going to run the trains for a really long time, because they put off so much heat inside the engine. And I probably should have lightened the load on this New York Central. Maybe we'll slow that one down and stop it soon.
Road
But
Chief,
these
if you are still here, Road Chief,
Madison,
comment.
you do not need to hold the mic up, dude. These Madison passenger cars from MTH, they're fantastic, but they're really heavy. And once again, the wheels don't roll great on them. So I have a feeling it puts a lot of stress on the engine. So maybe we'll stop that one for a little while. Let it cool off a bit. Excuse me. We'll let the charger go for a few more minutes. Because that elevated loop is why we're here anyways, right?
Yeah.
In fact, why don't we do this? While that is sitting still and just the Challenger's running, why don't I pop everybody off and take them around?
Yeah.
Can you stay put and make sure that what I'm showing is actually not too wonky on the...
No, I am going to move, so...
All right. So over around this end.
So I don't block the place.
So down this end, let's start all the way over here in the corner. So this is that siding I was talking about. I added this in when we went to 048 curves on this end of the table, with the idea that I want to do a yard down this end, but what I have to do is obviously build a table out here, but also just kind of, fix how I organized all my transformers and everything. So right now that's a future project. That building flat right there is from PTF Designs. He's a PGH Rail Fanatic, I think is his YouTube channel. But they're great building flats, and I was looking for a reason to buy one, and I found this spot needed a building back there, so I grabbed one. It has a little light in it and everything. It's fantastic. This water tower is actually something my grandfather hand built, so I love having that on the table. Down here we have a little bit of a farm scene on this end of the table. And then in the middle, obviously, is our town. So this end of the town is all the houses we have. Most of these are Plasticville houses from my father when he was younger, and he handed down a lot of these. So the only new stuff is this house right here, And what else is new on this side of the town? That is basically it. All the rest of this Plasticville stuff is from my father. Obviously, the vehicles and street lights, excuse me, not the street lights, the traffic lights, those are things I've added in. And as you can see in the back there, this is the bridge tunnel we created. It's the same thing we used to have on our old O27 loop, but same idea. I just changed the design this time, raised it a little higher. Those are actually just like styrofoam cliff faces there, glued to the wood. And then I just have the track kind of, going over the other track that's in the back there. So it creates a nice big loop with a lot of depth so that I can create a pretty decent city scene in here. And then if we keep going further, we added a 4x4 section down this end of the table about a year and a half ago, I guess it was now. And the way I got my son to agree to let me take over more of the basement was if I included a racetrack in this end of the table. So we are big NASCAR fans as well. So this is my father's dispatch station down here. His factory from his set, some other Plasticville buildings, and I had gotten from another collection I acquired. And this is my father's freight station here. And then I picked up or got that Woodland Scenics building for Christmas. And then these are little sprint cars that my son had gotten for Christmas, and we built this little track here for him, and it's great. And I started to I had Menards cars. So if you could see this car right here, that's a Menards light up car. I had 5 or 6 of them throughout the layout, all plugged in, and one by one, they all burnt out. So I've started to actually replace them all, and you can see one right here with the Woodland Scenics light up cars. I'm going to give those a try. They're much more expensive, so I've only gotten one right now. But yeah, that was those cars. It was very disappointing to watch those Menards cars just burn out one at a time. It was kind of a bummer because they were great little cars for, I think they were $20 each, if I remember correctly. And then slide back over here. You can see below, there's the Christmas table we have below. That's an O36 loop on the outside, O27. It's a snow-covered loop. Snow-covered board with just a couple of houses. In the back is, you can't really see it, but in the back is the hobby shop from Lionel, and a skating rink made out of like a mirror and that kind of stuff. It's fun, and it has a tunnel in the back there as well. So that's kind of the quick view of the layout. Did I lose my partner? Is he coming back?
Oh, yep. Too busy watching.
No. How did I do? Did I cover everything?
Yeah.
You guys have any questions? You want to see anything different? Let me know. I can take the camera and move around again. And just I did something quick there. Oh, nice. Throwing out subscribe. I like it. So he's my promoter here, jumping in and helping me out. The brains of the operation. God, that would be scary if you were the brains. Are you falling?
No. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Hey.
I'll take off the mic.
Yeah. Go ahead. He'll be back. So anyways, hey, thanks everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are having fun hanging out with us. We're going to be on for about like another half hour or so. Just like I said, wanted to do the reveal of the upper loop because I had a video for those who joined late. I had done a whole video. So I started this a new elevated loop in December, right after Christmas. And I finished it in about 3 months. And I had a couple of videos along the way of how it was going. And I did a whole video on how it came out at the end, did the whole video, like filmed the whole thing, started to edit it all, and I hated the way it came out. So I scrapped the video. I got to do it over again. But I figured let's do a live stream and show everybody how the upper loop came out. To me, it looks awesome and exactly what I was looking for. We used Gargraves track, and it's the first time I used Gargraves track, and I'm really impressed. Like I said, the only downside is the fact that it's a little harder to run some of the post-war stuff. There's a little bit of wheel slip on that, but it really is nice, and it's quiet, as you can see. The engine, I think, is making more noise than the cars running along the track. Yeah, so if you guys, I did a quick run around to the layout, but if you guys want more details on it, there's a couple videos in my channel about the layout itself. And if you have some ideas or have some, questions or anything, throw them out there. I'll do more videos of what it looks like. It started out as a 4x8 sheet of plywood that just had two 027 loops on it, one elevated, one flat. And one year my wife got the boys and I, it's not out here now, the Mickey Mouse and Friends train, so I added the 036 loop all the way around the outside. Then I had two 027 loops, one elevated, one not on the inside. And then we did this bump out over here of 048, another 4x4 board. And I put an 036 loop in the middle. And I had the 036 loop on the outside and the 036 circle on the inside. And I realized where the two curves were down this side, I didn't have enough clearance. And as trains would go around, they'd actually tap each other. So I expanded this to 048 over here on this side. And I was like, wow, that looks fantastic. So then I ended up doing it on that side, which made me make the table a little wider. It's amazing how this old like 4x8 sheet of plywood has been expanded in a couple of different places now. And like I said, I eventually plan on going down that way with like a kind of like a strip off the end to do a siding. Here, come here. I'll put this back on you. Come here first before you get on there. Yeah, so I was just talking a little bit about like the history of what we got here, how we started. So, and then there's one video about underneath this side of the table, and you guys can kind of see it behind me. There's an HO set. This is my older son's set and his table. And then behind the camera over here is his HO layout. So we have to do a video on yours, but not tonight. We'll do that another night. We'll do just a video alone on that. So they each have.
I just want to share something that I'm kind of sitting on and kind of working on. In like the middle of my table, I'm kind of like working on a racetrack.
Well, you got a construction scene going, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the whoops, it's not what I meant to do. Let's stop that down.
Oh,
there we go.
We got two new comments. We have one from Diane.
Is that same
Yeah.
Diane? Or you could just say Diane, right?
Okay, so we have Diane. He said nice job, and I don't know if I'm saying this right. Kelly said cool layout.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
I can't read over
11 watching and 12 likes.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe.
Hey, actually, the one thing I did want to point out that I've done over the layout that so Dakman Productions, I'm sure you guys all watch his channel as well. He was talking recently about the fact where he lives, some fighters, I guess, flew over his house that military was testing some sort of jet or something, and it actually blew out the lights in his basement. So he was redoing the lighting in his basement, and I recommended he do this. And I have added track lighting over the table. And I have to say, what I actually did was, is it visible on the screen there?
And we lost views.
That's all right. It's okay. People have to come and go. So I can't judge the camera, but anyway, up there, this track lighting. It's a setup I bought from Home Depot where you plug it in, actually put the track up, and bought the little heads, and I actually put Hue light bulbs in there. And if you're not familiar with Philips Hue, it's a system that allows you to change the color of lights and everything. But it's really great because I can control the color of the lighting and the brightness and everything across the whole table, and like you do different effects of like nighttime or bright morning and evening, things like that. Depending on how I'm running the trains, I can turn the lights off in the rest of the basement and just run the lighting there. It looks really cool. So if you guys ever are looking for a fun project, that it wasn't expensive. The track I think is like 4 pieces of track were $17 each. And the lights, I think the most expensive part was the light bulbs because they were the Hue light bulbs, the Philips Hue light bulbs. But if you just buy regular lighting, it's probably even cheaper than that. And I plan on expanding that a little bit, adding a couple more lights when I get a chance. But it adds a lot to the table.
In total, we've had 22 views in total.
Oh, wow. All right, so here's a question for you. How many did we get on our last live stream? So we did a live stream around Christmas.
I think we had around like 5.
And we had 5. And
viewers.
One of which was your mother.
I think we had like 5 viewers at like a time, and maybe some of them left. And
yeah, we had your mother. We had your mother, your brother at one point.
I think, and this.
Yeah. So yeah. So really, thank you guys for joining us. It's been great.
And 9 current
So
viewers.
listen, I started this conversation before and we never actually finished. What did we actually order from the Lionel catalog? You don't even know because I told you, but you probably didn't remember. So as you can see kind of behind him, I picked up this 3-pack of
Union Pacific
Fruit
boxcars.
Union Pacific boxcars, right? And these are not Vision Line or anything like that. They're just really beautiful, like detailed models. And I picked them up off of trains.com to run with the Challenger. And I've also pre-ordered from the catalog the Vision Line stock cars with the Union Pacific stock cars with I'm getting confused this year. It's Sheep this year. Effects. So I'm really excited about that. That's the first like sound cars other than the hobo car, which you may have heard playing in the background over there. So I'm really excited for those to come. And then I ordered the Union Pacific caboose as well, the Vision Line caboose that has sound effects and everything in it. Those were the 2 things I ordered. I'm still on the fence about the Mickey Mouse hand car. Let me know if anybody ordered that Mickey Mouse hand car. I'm really curious if people did. I might actually still pick that up when it comes in. Every day I see ads for it and things like that, and I'm like just itching to maybe buy one. Just because I feel like that might be a collectible to have someday. Go ahead.
Can I show everyone my favorite engine on my table?
Well, no, we'll do a whole video on your table another time. I know. Let's keep it simple. Last time we got a little crazy. We were moving the camera everywhere, changing trains out. So it was really funny. In the last live stream, we had a guy who was on in the comments, and he was asking for different trains left and right because the way we were filming, you could see our wall of engines over there. He was like, put that engine on, put that engine on. And we spent half the time switching trains out that I was like, by the time I was at the end of it, I was exhausted and there were trains all over the floor. Not doing that again.
Yeah.
I realized afterwards, I'm like, wait a minute, this is my live stream and I let somebody run it for us. Yeah. But yeah, no, I picked these engines for a reason. These are kind of the best engine, quietest, first of all, and also the best engines to run for a long period of time. So
I mean, I don't know if you were watching our last live stream, but my favorite engine on the table is the Pennsylvania engine.
Oh, let me go grab it.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to grab.
I like it because, well.
All right, here. Tell me if I'm in the camera while you're doing that. I'll hold it.
Okay, so.
Am I in the camera?
No, I get it. It's a little behind. I think. Yeah, it's a little behind. But so
this is the Pennsylvania Little Joe. This is the MPC era. 8551.
So the reason I like it is, I don't know, I like these little things.
Pantographs.
Yeah. And usually I don't like engines with 2 sides, but this one just like has 2 nice colors, like the kind of brownish and the kind of gold color.
Yeah, this is a nice little engine. This was a nice little engine. Really happy that I did buy this one secondhand. It needs to probably be clean now that I'm looking at it. It's been running a lot, and you can see the grease came off of my hand. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but it's a nice little engine. And for, just like all other MPC stuff, great value, and it runs like crazy. Yeah. I've replaced the brushes and traction tires. That's it.
And it's great.
Yeah.
It really works great.
Hopefully I got a towel over here. There's like grease on me. Yeah, and let's get your brother's favorite engine. I have to do a video on this engine.
His is also the Pennsylvania.
No.
What is it?
This is this.
Oh.
Am I in the camera again?
It's always a little behind.
Oh, okay, this is an MPC era DT&I switcher. And I'll do a video on this later. We got this engine and another engine in the collection we acquired. And it's a really, really interesting story about how we got this. So I'll do a video on that. But this is, once again, just a single engine little MPC era engine that runs like crazy. It does need traction tires, though, so that's why it's on the shelf and hasn't run in a while.
If you guys want to know what type of smoke fluid we use, is this it?
Nope, the other one.
This is the type of smoke fluid we use. It smells It's pine scent, and it smells great. So if you want to get it, here it
So
is.
it's the good job. It's the Lionel Premium Smoke Fluid Pine.
Pine scented premium smoke fluid.
But
And
honestly, I bounce back and forth between the Lionel and the JT Mega Smoke. I just use whatever I can get my hands on because I don't have a hobby shop close to us that that I can pick up smoke fluid. So it all depends on where I end up at. At Christmas time, we went to Trains and Things in Ewing, New Jersey, and I picked up some JT Mega Smoke Pine Scent there. So it all just, you know.
Did
just
I
depends.
go?
No, that's the shop you didn't go to that time.
Oh.
And in fact, I have to
way.
order some stuff from Henning's Trains, so I actually need to order some traction tires and things like that, and some other parts from Henning's Trains. So when I order from there, I'm going to pick up some more of the Lionel smoke fluid. But yeah, that's the kind of smoke fluid we use. Makes it, it's great. I don't need an air freshener in the basement for the kids. I just use that every night when I'm down here running the trains. And the next morning, you open the basement door, and all you smell is the smoke fluid. It's fantastic.
By the way, I don't know if you really realized it. Am I in the camera?
No.
Well.
Oh, you're gonna just.
So, if you've seen these are little pipes we made. I don't know if you.
Bring it
I don't know
closer
if
to
you
the
know.
camera so people can see it.
These were made out of wood and painted black. So that's there. And something else.
It's down over here.
Oh, it's over there. Let me just.
If you go on the bottom right-hand corner of the rack, you see down on the bottom on the right.
Oh yeah. I just want to.
Yeah. So he's showing you the little hobby. So we actually went to Hobby Lobby one night because I wanted to make some
I
pipes.
just
So I
want to
picked
show
up
them what we
long thin
painted.
dowels and painted them black.
So
And then we picked up
I'm only
a
gonna pull out
package
three
of
of
these
them.
blocks and painted
Yeah.
them all different colors.
Here.
Hold on, let me see if it's going to catch up and you're in the actual screen, but that's about right. You just painted them different colors to look like freight. That's good. You can put them away now. And that was fun. I mean, it was just something. They're light little blocks, so they don't add a lot of weight to the car. But it's just something different because you need little freight and stuff like that to put in some of the containers. It was fun, just for him to do.
And
too, so.
I believe we also. Let me just see that we did not paint these. But then we painted something else. We painted something else. I feel like
No, that was it.
that was it.
That was it. So,
This
all right, let's
over.
get these trains running again for a couple more minutes, and then we can wrap it up. Now that's got to get installed. It's not. No, track 1, engine 96. Track 4.
Oh, do you have new comments? No new comments. But once again, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're at least trying to hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah, so my goal for the channel this year is 1,000 subscribers. Try to do like I said, about a video a week on average. It's going to get harder as the summer comes around, as everybody knows. Like their sports are starting up, outside sports, baseball and things like that, and then obviously yard work cuts into being able to do videos. So my goal is still about one a week. We'll see how we do. Got a bunch of ideas lined up. Just have to get the videos shot and cut. Takes a little bit more time than you think.
Yeah.
But our overall channel goal is to get to 1,000.
11 views. 11.
So I'm hopefully going to get that rolling a little bit.
11
We're at
watching. Thank
600
you.
and something, just over 600, 602, 603
Yeah,
subscribers
11
right now.
watching. So thank you if you just.
And then we're
hopped
also on Instagram. So if anybody,
Thank you for 11 views, and also if you just hopped on, I don't really talked about much, running some trains and.
yeah, just hanging out, talking trains. You guys got questions? Shoot them in. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
All right. Then,
Oh yeah, that's a
Diane.
great idea.
if you have new construction sites, great for.
Scrap train loads. That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah,
That's a great
I
idea.
read that in my head.
Yeah.
Right.
That's one of the things I've looked at. We have a couple of old buildings, houses over there that I've looked at replacing with Lionel. I don't know if it's still out there, but at one point they had made a house that was under construction. Or I think there's like a house with an addition being built on it and things like that. I thought about getting that. I have looked at it. If you've seen, I think there's been a couple of custom run cars, some by MTH, some by Lionel, that are cars with scrap loads in them already. I've looked at some of those. Just not 100% required right now, so I'm kind of trying to focus my money on a few other things. But we had these empty NPC era cars that we had picked up as part of this collection that just didn't have the little coils and things for them. So that's why we picked up those blocks from Hobby Lobby and just painted them for now. Figure over time we'll go back and replace them with something.
What are these?
So those little pieces are extra pieces that for the Gargraves track. So the Gargraves track we bought has wooden ties, and he picked up. I have a pile of little extra wooden pieces from the wooden
Can
ties.
I have them?
No, leave them on the table. They're decoration.
I want them from my table.
He's constantly looking to steal stuff from my table to bring to his table. I took all of my old HO stuff and gave it to both of my boys. They have it split across their tables, but he constantly looks to steal stuff off of my table. And
Why
bring it
can't
over.
I have one?
Right. Yeah, so it's a great idea. She's saying it. Do it all the time. She goes by, and they're building that house right over here near our house. That is a great idea. We go over and we see if they have anything sitting around for a scrap load on trains, like little chips of wood and things like that. I wonder if they have like old broken up pieces of cinder block from when they built the foundation
Of what?
from that house. That would be good load to put inside a car. No, the house they're building right here.
Ah,
All right, well, yeah.
how are you gonna get it then?
Walk over to the site one night when it's after hours.
Oh.
I don't think they'd care if we took old broken pieces of cinder block.
Oh, can you have this?
So, no.
Mm.
Anyways, you're off the camera, just so you know. Because you won't sit down. So as you can see, he's already starting to lose interest an hour in. You running out of gas?
No, I'm not one of those things.
Oh, God. One track mind. So, listen, if you guys have any questions or anything, throw them in the comments. We're probably going to go for like another 5 minutes or so.
Oh my God.
So all kinds of goodies, right? Yeah, we'll go about another 5-10 minutes or whatever. These kids got to get ready for,
Bed.
it is a school night, unfortunately, and a work night for me too. And then tomorrow night we got baseball for him and basketball. Excuse me, for my older son.
So I'm
So
gonna
just keeps going every night.
Oh wait, it says if you have new, do it all the time. It's free, all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, see?
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you commented the most in this video, so
Yeah, we appreciate
you.
it. That's awesome.
thank
We
you.
really appreciate it.
Make sure to subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys picked anything up new recently, or if you guys went to York. I know Real Chief just did a video about his stash he picked up at York, and I was commenting on his video. He's got he picked up a Camelback, and I've been keeping my eye out on a couple of Camelbacks that are very similar to the one he got that are really cool. But I think I'm going to hold out, excuse me, for the Blue Comet one.
Actually, something that is new. I remember I got this little rock at the beach that I wanted to put it on the table. So I ended up putting it on the table. I don't know if you can see
Nah,
it,
you can't see over there.
but over here, I don't know if you know, there's like, am I on the camera?
All right, hold on. I'll turn the camera.
So over here, you have this little like kind of outpost, lighthouse kind of area, and I just smushed the rock in about like right here, and kind of stand there as a little decoration, as a tiny rock for the table. And I don't know if you can see, but right here, can you see? Oh, right. So here's the thing, right? On the other side, there's a little kind of broken down car over there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
I think we got another comment there. What did it say?
We I'll help
All
anytime. We all have post-war. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started. Right? I in the video I just put out earlier. Is that this week? Or was that last week? Last week, I think it was. I don't remember when I put it out now. It was either earlier last week or this week. I just did a video on two of the four engines that my father handed down to us, to me when we got, I got my house. I had done, if you look back, you'll see my favorite steam engine. That's one of the engines my father had handed down. It's his first engine, the Lionel Post-War 2026. That's what always runs on the inner loop down here in the bottom table. And then I did a video on what's on the inner loop up here is a Lionel Post-War New Haven 2350. And then I have a 2243, which is a single engine Santa Fe. I don't know if you saw it before. It's up on the wall up there. And then, so that was three post-war engines that were my father's from the 40s and 50s that he gave to me. And that's how I got started, like just growing up watching those on the floor was fantastic. And then one of the last engines, or the last engine he bought when we expanded our table one last time when I was a kid, was a Conrail rectifier that is MPC era. And we run that a lot too. We actually run that a lot on our upper loop. And that's a fantastic, fantastic engine. Once again, MPC, just for the money, I still think is a great value. But those were the four engines that really got me into model trains. I had my own HO set when I was younger, but obviously, that was more, I would say this, as more of a toy than a train. These are like model trains to me and like, really enjoyable. And those four engines that my father handed down are what got me started. And, I ran for many years, just those. And then, like I said, my wife got us this Mickey Mouse and Friends set, and that kind of kicked me off. Then I picked up the Polar Express, then I picked up the Union Pacific, and I've been off and running since then.
What's your Facebook?
I'm sorry?
What's your Facebook? I just want to know.
My what?
What's your Facebook?
Facebook? I don't know my Facebook.
You don't know your name?
It's Art Ricciardi on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, Art's Model Trains on Instagram is the way to find us.
Oh, okay. So, right here, I'm just telling people if they want to reach out to us.
Art's Model, either comments here or my email's in the. I think my email's in the about for the channel, and then
Art Model
Trains at Instagram.
I know.
It's on Instagram, and then Jets AFL. It's long story about the name, but JETS, A as in Apple, F as in Frank, L as in Larry, on the OGR forum. So I'm often on there poking around, putting some comments in, starting a thread or two here or there. But those are kind of the places I'm always on all day. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up soon.
All right.
Any last minute things you want to talk about or say to everybody? Come over here because I think you're off the camera.
So.
And turn so everybody can see.
I don't know if you see the comment, but it said you can reach out, for all the people watching, you can reach out to us at Arts Model Trains on Instagram. So if you have any questions about the table layout, or if you just want to reach out to us and talk about new engines you've just got or old engines that you want to share about, you can just, oh, wait, can you reach me at redandlow.7?
Oh, all right, cool.
All right. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Maybe
so, go ahead.
By the way, we are so. No, that's spoiler. That's spoiler.
Okay.
I don't want to go to the store, but any new engines you get, you can reach out to us.
Okay.
Again.
All right. Let's wrap it up. But thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for
honestly,
watching.
this is a lot more people hanging out with us than I thought would be here. Like I said, please subscribe if you guys haven't already, and
like
comment away. We got some good videos on the way, so just really appreciate it. And thanks, guys, and we'll hopefully see you guys again soon. Maybe we'll try to do this once a week. Who knows?
So, once again,
wrap it up.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you all next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.
Appreciate it.
All right. People are starting to comment right as the thing ends. Someone just says hi right as it ends. Come on. Hello.